What's up, guys? It's Lenny, your fan of stuff to you, and today I'm going to be showing you the wind-up combo that I promised you guys a while ago. It is the Scorpio Ferret Combo with Topologic Bomber that gets you an insane end board and gets you to win the game. So anyways, I've done this combo like 19 times so far, and every single time something went wrong or some shit happened and I had to redo it. So I'm praying to God that this time I don't fuck shit up. If you see this, it's probably because it worked. It actually is because it worked, because I wouldn't post something that doesn't work, or if I do, I would delete it and repost it later in a more functional variant. Anyways, let's start this off real quick though. So the combo is pretty similar to the other combo, so let's just start it off. It's pretty similar to just the Scorpio Ferret combo, but it changes near the end. So Scorpio effect's gonna activate. So instead of talking about the combo, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna discuss some other stuff and then go into talking to the combo, and hopefully we're about halfway through the combo by then. So the first thing I want to talk about is the new windup, the new changes that are gonna be happening to windups. What I mean by the changes to windups is that windups are getting some new cards. Not windups specifically, but there are new cards coming out that are very impactful with windups, which are the Palladian monsters, which let you run some really cool tech cards that before running them were okay in the deck, but not really strong, but now running them are actually insane in the deck. So something like Transmodify is going to be a very big card in the upcoming format for windup once Palladians come out. And Palladians, I will be coming out with a video where I talk about all the synergies with Palladians, because Palladians just do so much work in windups. They give you so many options, so much value, so much of the ability to just go off like crazy and just do some really crazy stuff. So actually, that's a mistake. Already I made the mistake again. Saryuja has to be in the left zone. We have to go from left to right here, not right to left. It's important that we go from left to right. Left to right lets you end with left to right. The reason we go left to right is because it lets you end with this guy, Nightmare Cerberus. He protects your co-link monsters from card effects. The other one that points the opposite direction, it protects them from battle. Your opponent has no cards in their hand. You're not battling monsters. You're gonna be just fucking. The only problem is like if they target the dark hole or something. So Cerberus stops that. That's why it's better to go on this left side. Anyways, so yeah, I want to talk about Palladians, because Palladians are going to be so freaking good in windups. They're going to give you so many options, so much ability to just go off like crazy. And something that's really nice about that is that because Palladians are a strong deck or a strong type in general, it's also going to open up the option to run other really cool cards that do some really interesting things that you're going to see in the next video. It's just because the variant of windups that I'm running right now is way too fragile to survive in this landscape where, in my region at least, people are running hand traps at multiple. And what I mean by that is they're running at almost at the minimum, like six hand traps is like the minimum, the absolute minimum you'll see in a deck. 9 hand traps is like about the average. And then people are siding a bunch of hand traps as well, which is really crazy in this in Yu-Gi-Oh! So he's gonna trigger the Magician. Magician's gonna get us Hunter, and we're gonna start looping cards. Hunter's gonna send Rat to the graveyard, which is gonna loop the first card from our opponent's hand, and that's gonna trigger the other Magician to special summon the last Rat from our deck. And now we're gonna do the Pappy Invoker thingamabob. So yeah, a lot of people are running a lot of hand traps, and the Scorpio variant, as strong as it is, it's super fragile. And because it's fragile, what that means is that because people are running a lot of hand traps, there's a really good chance your opponent's gonna be able to stop your opening plays. And the chance of drawing into one of your 9+ hand traps in your deck is much more likely than the chance of me opening a combo as well as a Called by the Grave. So that's kind of the really shitty thing about it. That makes it so called. You can't just say, oh, I'm running Called by the Grave, so we're good. So the new variant of the deck that I'm trying to build is one more closely linked to the, no pun intended, more closely linked to the turn 2 variant, while still having all the options that the turn 1 variant had with the hand looping. And I think that's only going to be available, not available, but I think that's only going to be possible once the new Palladians come out and you start running Transmodifying some other stuff. So anyways, we're gonna link for link 2. I go for Nightmare Goblin. Doesn't matter what you go for. It just has to be a link it just has to be something that points to Firewall Dragon. We're gonna activate Warrior's effect on Magician to make it level 5, and then we're gonna kill the Magician with Hunter, and that's gonna loop the second card out of our opponent's hand. Remember what Topologic does. He discards 2 cards from our opponent's hand if it's extra linked, and then he takes 3,000 damage if it's the last card from their hand, if they don't have any more cards in their hand because of that effect. We're gonna link the Hunter and the Warrior together for another link 2 that points left and right. Boom. Proxy Dragon comes to mind. You can actually switch these around, but it doesn't really matter, because in the end we're going to be using these 2 as link fodder. So anyways, because we have that extra monster in our hand, remember we drew 4, sent 3 back with Saryuja at the start of the game, so a really good chance you have a monster in our hand. Linking here, we can do Firewall Dragon Chainlink 1, Firewall Dragon Chainlink 2. We're going to add back Rat, and Bat to our hand because we sent this Bat at the start of the game. So this is kind of where it changes a little bit. We're going to be able to special summon Wind Up Rat to the field. We're going to bring back Hunter, and then Hunter's going to send Rat to the graveyard to send the 3rd card from our opponent's hand to the graveyard. And now we no longer have to worry about looping cards out of our opponent's hand, because Topologic's going to get rid of the rest of the cards from their hand. Now what we're going to do is we're going to link Hunter and the Proxy Dragon together for any link 3 that points left and right. I don't have one. This is a Decode Talker. He's a link 3, but any link 3 that points at least to the right zone, to the empty zone, because we need to link into this zone, and then we're going to use this as link material as well. Actually, no, it needs to actually point left and right. Sorry, it actually has to point left and right, because when we need to extra link with it, and there has to be a perfect connection. So yes, this actually does have to point left and right. Wow, I almost made another mistake with extra linking. Yikes. So that's going to trigger the Firewall Dragon to special summon us a Wind Up Rat from our hand. Rat is going to activate. It can bring back anything you want to the field. We're going to bring back a Wind Up Magician. Then what we're going to do is we're going to link the Rat and we're going to link the Nightmare Goblin together. We can go for a link 3, but better than a link 3, we're going to go for Nightmare Cerberus, who protects all our co-linked monsters from being destroyed by card effects. This is going to trigger Firewall Dragon's effect, which is going to special summon us the Wind Up Bat from our hand. Bat is going to go to defense. It's going to add back a Wind Up Rat to our hand. And now we're going to link the Wind Up Bat as a link 1 for a... There you go. For a Link Karibo. I don't have a Link Karibo, but I need a Link Karibo. For a Link Karibo, pretty much. Because now it points downwards. Now we've stolen our opponent's extra monster zone. So they do not have an extra monster zone. They cannot XYZ summon. I guess they can XYZ summon to the zone Saryuja points to. But if you really want, you can link Saryuja into something else that points downwards to get rid of that zone. Then we're going to link the Magician and the Link 3 that was pointing left and right together for our Topologic Bomber, which is going to be a Nightmare Griffin, upside down. Topologic Bomber, who's going to discard the last 2 cards from our opponent's hand to the graveyard, meaning that we've looped 5 cards out of our opponent's hand, deal 3,000 damage, and trigger Firewall Dragon to special summon Rat to the field. And now Rat's going to go to defense, and it's going to bring ourselves back anything we want. In this case, we're going to bring back a Wind Up Warrior. Warrior is going to buff Rat's level to 4, and then we're going to XYZ the Wind Up Rat and the Wind Up Warrior together for an Abyss Dweller. And Abyss Dweller can activate the effect now if they have anything in the graveyard that triggers on the end phase, like Skarm or something, that activates on the end phase, like Skarm. Or I think Skarm activates when he's sent to the graveyard, so never mind. But I guess, I don't know, anything else. You can activate the Dweller now, you can activate it on their draw phase, whenever you want. You have dealt 3,000 damage. This is a 2,000 attack Dweller, 2,800 attack Firewall Dragon, 3,300 attack Topologic Bomber, 2,800 attack Saryuja, 1,600 attack Cerberus, and a 300 attack Link Karibo. Your Link monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. They have no cards in their hand. They have, if you want, you can special summon this monster and then link these 2 together for like a Link 2. So they have no Link zones to work with. Not only that, but they cannot use their graveyard. This game is done if I've ever seen one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I fucked this video up like 19 times in a row, so I really hope it came out properly this time. Thank you guys for watching. Tune in next time for my next video, which I'm going to be talking about Palladians and all the strengths of Palladians have with the new wind-up cards. So make sure to check that out. That's going to be coming out the same day as this video. They're both going to be coming out in sequentially. This one first, then that one. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.